So in this tutorial, I'm again going to use a large language model to study Wikipedia article on countries and extract their Independence Day and capital information using RAG. Which is retrieval-augmented generation. We have already seen the similar things being done, and it is an enhancement on the previous tutorial which I created that was little more detailed, and we tried to split tasks in different steps. So in this one I'm going to modularize it a little bit and create a function from the different steps, and so instead of running each task individually in individual cells, I'll be just calling that function to get the required details. So the idea is that because now we are going to get the details for a list of countries, so instead of running the notebook several times, we can call that function to get the data. So it's more sort of Python programming than usage of LLM, but we can see that how the RAG works for different countries except for just one. So again the steps are same. In first step we are going to load libraries that are required, and we have Wikipedia loader, text splitter, vector, and okay, so purpose of all these libraries I have already explained in my previous video, so you can have a look on that. Otherwise it's just self-explanatory. Now I'm setting all the LangChain parameters to avoid any errors that might occur while running this notebook. Okay, now here in third step I'm going to define models and prompts that are static in nature. They're not going to change on the input, so no matter for which country you call, it's going to be the same. So we are going to get a prompt. Again we're using hub to get this prompt. Our LLM is llama 3.1, so we are trying to run it offline. Our embedding is again the same. In next tutorials we are going to experiment with these things, but currently I'm just going with the same setting. Or okay, I just took the embedding model, and then text splitter is recursive text splitter. The connection I'm creating for Postgres because I'll be using PG vector instead of any other vector store to store the data. Okay, then I'm going to define a function for formatting the output and formatting the documents. It's just like the page contents that will be returned from LLMs will contain docs, and we are going to combine that. Now this function, which is combining all the individual steps which we used in previous tutorial, is just going to run for input on each country. So again we can go line by line. So first step is reading the document for that country. So we are using Wikipedia loader, and then we split the document. Then on the splitted documents, using the embedding model which we already created, and by passing the connection for PG for the Postgres database, we are going to use a sort of PG vector. Then we create retriever from that vector. So here idea is that the splitted documents will create embedding, and this will go to the database. Okay, now we are going to create a RAG chain using retriever and prompt, LLM, and then there's an instance of string output parser, and then this function runs that chain on the question which we are just forming here using our country that is provided. And okay, so the RAG chain will be invoked with this question, which will be passed to the prompt, and then we'll get an output that will be returned. Now we can see how this function is going to work for a particular country. So in this case, I ran it for Singapore. And so here you can see the result for Singapore. Singapore gained independence in 1965. Its capital is not mentioned in the provided context, but it is widely known to be Singapore City, now officially known as just Singapore. Okay, so that's true. Okay, so for now we are taking the output as provided by the LLM model, but later on we can do some customizations on this as well. Now in next step, I'm going to get a list of countries and run the same function iteratively in a for loop, and we are going to capture the result in a dictionary, and later on we are going to use the dictionary to show the result. Now once this is run, we can print the dictionary, what is the content. So we have corresponding to India, this is the output that we got. India got independence in 1947. The capital is not mentioned in the provided contract, but it's known to be New Delhi since 1950, which when it became a federal republic. Yeah. Okay, so this is information as the retriever and language model finds appropriate from the context. But yeah, you can see it is trying its best to give us the information as available to it. Okay, it's just like displaying the same result. So here I only displayed the values, and yeah, so that's how we can modularize the different function calls. Now we are going to use this function to customize and enhance our like RAG application a little bit more, but that we'll do in next tutorials. Thanks.